This video is about mobile apps. I'll show you how to build a mobile app from scratch. I'll talk about Claude's new mobile app feature. Yes, Claude now has a simulator built right in. Claude is making mobile apps much better now. I'll also show you how to build it, what to watch for, and where to market it by looking at the real numbers and strategy of someone who builds and sells apps. So, it's a very comprehensive video. By the end, you'll have mobile app ideas, a roadmap for how to build them, and tactics for how to market them as well. If you're ready, let's get started. If we're just meeting, I'm Mert. I've built many businesses thanks to AI. It has truly changed my life. Because of it, I've built ventures that serve major companies globally. I provide services in areas from marketing to AI visibility and digital workers, helping companies transform their businesses with AI. On this channel and in this community, I show you how to best use AI, how to build a venture or business idea with it, how to integrate it into your company, what it means for your career, and most importantly, how to benefit most from this new order. If you'd like, you can join our Digital Academy community. In many lessons and content, we plan the road to your first job together. We have plenty of friends who have succeeded. There are many of us building mobile apps, succeeding on YouTube, and serving other companies in their fields just like I do. If you want to use AI to advance your career, start a venture, or serve companies with an AI automation agency and AI workers, we'd love to have you. Now, first, let's look at a video by a friend named Dan Kulkov. He has very few followers. He has 457 followers, but his video has 4.2k views. Congrats to him. And in this video, he basically gives the numbers for a few apps he's earning from, and we see that he's making $600, $3,000, $1,500 from these apps because he follows a tactic and develops and publishes apps on the Apple Store based on that tactic. Now, I wanted to follow along too. First, I checked out his own website. When I looked at his site, I couldn't find his apps, but there was content. There were also things he recommended. But when I checked the Apple Store, we found all of Dennis Kulkov's apps and built a strategy from them. We'll make similar apps, and I'll tell you how these apps make money. And all of this happened in just a few months. For example, he has an app that reached $3,000 in 6 months. He starts earning quite well in just a few months. This video isn't about building a $100,000 or $1 million app. This video is about how you can actually build an app as fast as possible and scale it to 2, 3, or 5,000. Because that $50,000 app first needs to start as a $2,000 app, then evolve into a $5,000 one. So I'm showing you the beginning of that journey. Now, when we look at it, there were actually 16 apps and 4 families in the portfolio map. What does this mean? From the records clearly visible on the Apple Store, 8 were made in the tracker and counter category. There are 3 in scoreboards, 3 as phrasebooks, and 2 apps in the lifestyle category. The factory formula here is actually the main lesson we need to learn, and he builds single-purpose, serverless, account-free apps with 0 cost. This is very important. If every new user adds a server cost to you, you'll struggle while scaling. But if you don't incur any costs, you can make a huge difference just by allocating money to ads. He found a template. He makes N apps, unlimited apps from that. He does it in 3 different languages. He makes 3 different scoreboards. He makes trackers. He made 3 phrasebooks. So 3 language apps. He builds painkillers, not vitamins, apps that solve real pain points. So he's not just making things that provide temporary relief, but apps that actually solve problems. Let's call the naming ASO. He does it like this: iron tracker, ferritin counter, and then low, high iron food and meals. So he follows a formula and names his apps according to that formula. He localizes them into 27 or 28 languages. So he doesn't just say, I'll launch in English or English and Spanish. He becomes number 1 in small markets this way. He also creates cheap differentiation with Apple Watch support. In his price ladder apps, it's $5 weekly, $15 yearly, and $19 for a lifetime. Adding a lifetime option was the biggest revenue jump. I'm saying this based on his own account. People are tired of subscriptions. They want to own something and move forward with it. They don't want to pay that money every single month. The logic is this: if you have no server costs, you get this on day 1 and that's it. It's not a cost for you. That's why you can even offer it for $20. Retention in B2C isn't like B2B. No one is going to pay for a product for 5 years. Exactly. And his goal is to reach a $49 lifetime price in the app. To achieve this, he takes feedback from the app and improves it. Now, there are a few different tactics that we can use here, but first let me show you how we're going to build our apps. I use a very detailed prompt for these apps. Now you can see it here. This app's identity, core principles, tech stack, and the 3 game modes. These game modes, since it's a gaming app, backgammon, batak, we added their rules, how they're played, the data model, and most importantly, that no server is needed. All content is written as a JSON file, and the data comes with the app, including the scoreboard, setup, and home screen. I'm having Claude write this in great detail. I'm telling it to plan what to do, what not to do, the game rules, the screens, and also that the data will be local. It writes a very detailed prompt for me, and that's how we can develop apps here now. I developed this one on arok.com. Here with your credits, by the way, this video is not sponsored. With your credits, you get 105 credits for $20. Making one screen took 10 credits, for example, to make this. Here you select your salt requirements. This is a salt tracker, for example, and here the app you wanted is ready. Now, when you add it, you can include food. To be honest, no pre-made food appeared. Okay. When we click Add Your Own Food, it goes to the paid subscription. When we say Not Now, it doesn't, and we've created a tracking tool. An example with its own database where you can track daily, monthly, and 3-month salt intake. That was one of its examples. I gave another prompt over here. This is our game prompt, as you can see. This is happening right now. I gave the exact prompt we see on the screen, so it happens simultaneously. This is happening right now. And we're going to do something else as well. We're doing these on Rock, as I mentioned, but we'll also do it in Claude at the same time, because we're doing this with Claude's app builder, which you see on the screen now, and this turned out to be a paddle tracker. As you can see now inside Claude, in the Claude desktop app, let me show the full screen. Yes, the full screen. Inside Claude now, inside the Claude Code, there's a simulator, and we can test this app here. Where do we select the languages? It added a language, for example. You might notice that the app here is much more advanced, because we did all of them with Opus 5, by the way. The ones on Rock are also Opus 5. The model we're using is Opus 5, but it's Opus 5 here too. I think this one is ready too. Okay, but this app, the pedal app, turned out great. The paddle tracker, I think it's quite nice. Like first match, 10 matches, 50 matches, our scores show constant progress. We can track it along with the app. We can continue the match, for example. Points can be added here for whoever won. You can add them very easily from your phone. It ends. When you finish, you can return to the home screen. It saves everything, and here it is. And the last one, a new match starts like this. It's very smooth. You can scroll down from here. There's system light, dark, and haptics. No, it turns off and on. Let's open it. Okay. Goal sets are being adjusted, the settings. There's the golden thing. Membership is here. Activating the membership will be quite easy afterwards, but as you can see, these are now... Let me show my prompt here again. It's in the same structure, core principles, tech stack, paddle scoring rules. Claude wrote this for me in this way. I didn't write the scoring rules, screens like the home screen, match setup, and the scoreboard. How do you interact with the app? By clicking, for example. It writes these down too. It does a very accurate planning. Opus 5 did the planning, but I explained it in the chat. Then I came and did the planning here within the Claude Code. There are languages too, as you can see, there are so many languages here. It's ready in all languages, for example. Okay. Spanish. New match. Okay. Paddle scoreboard. Paddle scoreboard. Okay. And we were able to make an app like this. It takes screenshots and processes them itself, as you can see. It took about half an hour to make. On the Rock side, it made those apps in 10, 12, or 13 minutes. Let's look at one more thing, then I'll show the other tactics. This one looks good too. Let's see. I mean, these turned out very similar. The other one was green too. Okay. Backgammon. We're entering 2 players. What should the player's name be? Okay. What else are we doing? I said start. Add round. Save. After winning, we add it here. For example, you can probably see the difference here. This is a bit more like, click here, save, select. This one turned out better. I don't know. Or maybe I'm biased. I don't know. Here, for example, when we say new match, there are already 2 sides. Similarly, when we say start, it's easier to click here, and it ends when you click these parts of the screen. I can also click here, for example, because it divides it. We actually see a difference here in terms of design. though we used high here and medium in the other one. Maybe that's why. But you saw how easily we could make an app, and you understood the logic. Now let's talk a bit about the tactics there, because it's not just about making this app, there are a few tactics. 1. Claude does the name, subtitle, keywords, and description all by itself. It will do all of it on its own. It overlays the text list template in Figma and the AI translated text onto the app. It will do this too, and it needs to be compatible with 27 or 28 languages. AI can skip things in the first round. There can be issues with translations and strings. Check that. There's probably no app in Slovakian. If you make one, you'll be used very quickly there. Facebook, Google, and TikTok are much harder compared to Apple search ads. You actually need to get ahead with Apple search ads. You can set up the first campaign yourself in 10 minutes. Claude Code manages it after that. API, MCP, metric analysis, pausing the campaign, Claude Code does it all. The rule is only run ads for an app that converts. You can open many ads, but you need to test which one actually turns into sales. And focus on that one. Country selection is also critical here. Germany, Netherlands, and France are quite good. There's a lot of competition in the US. Don't push the app that's already at the top. Go for the one at number 40. Now, one more thing. Don't always keep going for something new. Improving what exists can sometimes make a big difference. The real profit came from going back and improving existing ones. So, reaching $3,000 actually came from restructuring the app he made 6 months ago correctly. He turns user emails directly into the product. The focus is make the start easy. These are actually our lessons here. Just like I did for you a moment ago, we made a very easy start. Afterwards, let them come to the product easily, onboard them, and let retention follow. We'll go this way. His current experiment is achievements, trying to add a level above streaks so they stay engaged with the app, giving them a goal to follow. Our fifth tactic is patience. It takes time. Searches need to build up for that app. His first app came out 6 months ago. It stayed at 0 for a long time, but not quitting was his biggest tactic. In his spare time, he worked on localization, ad adjustments, and onboarding. He tried to optimize those areas. So when he focused on more and different ads and onboarding, specifically the customer journey, the moment the customer first arrives and touches the app, things changed a lot for him. Right now, he has things like $3,000, $600, $1,200, and $2,000 in his portfolio. And his earnings will almost reach $10,000. Considering he did this in 6 months, as I always say, instead of chasing $50,000, it's more logical to go with this strategy of starting small and growing them. I hope it was helpful. As you can see, our apps are ready. We've also tried out the iOS app. I'll also do more detailed lessons. We've started a new training for this in the community. We'll progress together there regarding your mobile apps, but I'll show this a bit more because I really liked it. It does it very fast, and it does it very well. Thanks a lot for watching. If you'd like to join us, I'm leaving the link below. See you in the next video.